The Germans have their M badges and AMG cars. Even Lexus has its F Sport. Now Infiniti gets in on the high performance premium game with its IPL badge. Now it's basically slapped it on the back of this G37 Coupe and called it the IPL G, or Infiniti Performance Line. Let's take a look around this black beauty and check the tech. Now here in the cabin, you'd better like red because, well, it's kind of the only choice that you've got. The IPL comes with these red adjustable seats, 12-way for the driver, including some nice bolsters on the legs and on the back, 8-way for the passenger. Up here on the dashboard, we've got a standard cabin tech package. It's what Infiniti likes to call its studio on wheels. Now, the basis of this is an 11-speaker Bose system that has a 10-inch subwoofer out back. So you got a nice low end if you like punchy music. You've also got standard hard drive based navigation with a section of that hard drive dedicated to a music jukebox. Of course, you've got your iPod connection and USB down there. Bluetooth audio streaming and hands-free calling are also standard. The navigation system is pretty much the same system that's been Infiniti for about as long as I've been with CNET. So there's not much new here. It only really looks bad when you start comparing it to something like the newest Audi or the newest BMW systems, which have kind of become the gold standard for what we expect with premium cabin technology. I also like that when you adjust the steering wheel, the entire instrument cluster moves with it. So you're never actually blocking your speedometer and tachometer. Now in the IPL G Coupe, you've got a 7-speed automatic transmission that you can pull down into drive. You can also push it over into a drive sport, which has a more sporty character that kind of helps hold the revs. You've also got manual forward and back, and also paddle shifters right here on the steering wheel. We'll see how it works on the road. Now with Infiniti's, the engine designation is built right into the model number. So this G37 has a 3.7 liter V6. Now in IPL trim, you can see that right here on the badge here, that means you get 18 more horsepower for a grand total of 348, and 6 more pound-feet of torque for a grand total of 276. Fuel economy is just kind of okay at 1927. During our testing, that trip computer sat around 21 miles per gallon, but with a 0 to 60 time of about 5 seconds, we'll be willing to forgive that. Now, in addition to the upgraded engine with more power, Infiniti's also upgraded the suspension on this IPL. And we've got 20% stiffer springs according to their engineers, but they didn't just stop there. They've also upgraded the dampers so that the ride doesn't get bone-jarring, teeth-rattlingly harsh. You've also got a zero-lift, more aggressive body kit that should actually help with vehicle stability at speed. Now, all of this kind of works together to make a ride that's not dramatically sharper than the G37S that I remember, but I do notice that it is quite a bit louder. That's mostly because you've got these bigger 19-inch wheels that with less forgiving, low-profile sport tires. That, and there's also a really loud exhaust out back. All right, let's see how this behaves around town. So it seems like in the regular drive mode, there's a little bit of hunting for gears. Like it jumps out of the gear and immediately upshifts as soon as it can, and almost immediately once you come off of the gas pedal. So if you're in sort of like stoppy-go traffic and you're trying to get a little squirt of power, you're going to find yourself waiting for that gearbox to downshift again, or at least decide that it wants to downshift, which could leave you kind of out there. I think the Drive Sport's probably the best for this car if you want like a sporty characteristic. It does hold on to those gears a little bit better. But I don't know, maybe it seems like 7 gears is probably too much for this car. Steering in this car is speed sensitive, so when you're just kind of tooling around parking lots and not really pushing it hard, it is pretty light, easy to deal with. But then it does offer some pretty good feedback. And the problem is that gearbox is just kind of hunting for the right gear, even in sport mode to a degree. And that 7th gear, it does kind of quiet the ride down a little bit when you're at highway speeds. I mean, there's still a good deal of, not a good deal, but a reasonable amount of road noise, and you do kind of feel a lot of the bumps from the highway come through, but it's by no means what I would consider uncomfortable. This is actually a very comfortable sport car. 2012 IPL G Coupe starts at $49,800, so that's about $5,600 more than a similarly equipped G37 Sport. $5,600 for bigger tires, a louder exhaust, a body kit, and a little bit more power may not be worth it to you. Personally, I think it's money well spent. As high-performance premium marquees go, the IPL G Coupe is still a little soft for my tastes. This is no M car, and this is certainly no AMG. But for a couple of extra bucks, you do get the option of saying that you have a G Coupe that's just a little bit faster to 60 than your buddy's G37.